Welcome to WiseUp University. It's your boy Josh Wise coming back to you live and direct from WiseUp Fitness. Today, episode 2, talking about, not episode 2, yes, episode 2, the Entrepreneurial Mindset. Now, before we even get to that, I want you to like, subscribe, share my shit. And again, my job is to inform, sophisticate, make aware. And that is it. It's up to you to apply and execute. Now, let's get to it. The Entrepreneurial Mindset. Before we even talk about that, let's define mindset. And these are not my words. This is, I don't even know this website, but it's got a very fucking good definition. So your mindset is a set of beliefs that shape you, how you make sense of the world and yourself. Again, your mindset is a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. It influences how you think, feel, and behave in any given situation. It means that what you believe about yourself impacts your success or failure. Now, I got like 10 or 11 points that I'm going to hit on, but I'm not going to dive deep, but I'm going to dive deep into the ones that I feel like I have the most insight on. So the first one is embrace resilience. Now, define resilience. Again, I've been taught before we talk about something, define the words that you actually mean. So resilience is the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties, aka toughness, and the ability of a substance or object to spring back into shape, elasticity. So this is where the mental, not the mental, but the working out and life correlate. If I'm doing a bench press and I have resilience, I'm not going to let that bar crush my fucking chest because I have resilience. I'm going to push, I'm going to have elasticity in my bones, my joints, my tendons, and my muscles to push that weight up off me. So now going into the entrepreneurial side of it, this shit will get hard. Like life obstacles will come in and burden you. Your parents might burden you. Your spouse might burden you. Your employees might burden you. Like bills might burden you. You might burden you. But it's up to you and your resilience to have that mental fortitude, that toughness to bounce back or to push back at any given moment. So like one of my stories of resilience, let me go back in time. Let me see. Shit. I think I gave you guys a little bit of too many stories that I don't even know was relevant. Let me think about it. Shit. I got some, but I can't talk about it right now. Let me think. Just these last, I think I got the keys to my new gym in June, July. The fact that it's not up and running, which I had hopes that it would be up and running shit within 30, 60 days that I got the keys, but there's a lot of uncontrollables like dealing with the bank, dealing with the legal formation of the business, waiting on paperwork, signing paperwork. Just those itty bitty situations can burden you because time is of the essence. However, all I could do is just sit back, rest, breathe, control what I could control, and that was my attitude. Even though I didn't have anything to push forward, but resilience can just to sit the fuck back and relax. And to me, I think I proved to myself that I'm not putting more pressure on myself than I have to, that my emotional maturity levels has grown by the thousands of percent, because that's all based off resiliency. And that's one of the most important things that you can do in business is to embrace the resiliency. And the second point, cultivate a growth mindset. Now, what does that mean? It's like just see failures as a stepping stone. So every brick that I get hit with, I'm going to catch it, I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to keep using those bricks to either build a stepping stone or a castle. It just depends on where I'm at in life. And for the next couple of months, it will be a stepping stone to become my higher self, because that's what's going to take for me to build this business, to have a higher conscience to where I don't ever see problems, I see solutions. And that's one thing of a growth mindset. Like I'm seeking opportunity to develop my skills. And when you do that, you just adapt to change and use change as an opportunity to grow rather than looking at change as another obstacle or another setback or something that's unfamiliar. What I've learned when you see change is ego wants to control the unknown. Like my higher self takes it as it is. I did not know I was going to get these gems the way I got these gems. But when I was trying to control it, I always got disappointed. But now that I'm in a much higher vibrational state of mind, that I'm just grateful for it all, like everything is a growth mindset. So with that being said, like once you, let me see how I can put this. once you know how to turn your pain into pleasure, meaning that, okay, like when I work out, I'm not trying to talk about working out, but this is just what I do. When I look at cardio for 50 minutes, I'm not looking at, damn, I got to do 50 minutes of cardio. I'm looking at that 50 minutes of cardio will allow me to get achievement within 6 or 7 days. So that pain turned into pleasure. So when I get these situations to where, fuck, like I don't have my gym yet, like it's not up and running. Okay, what is the lesson, Josh? What is it teaching you? Sit the fuck down. You don't control shit. Be patient. This is just getting you ready for tomorrow. And basically, it's just like building up a callus of toughness to where don't sweat the small shit. I tell people that shit all the time. I'm like, if you take a step back, it gets smaller. So to me, that growth mindset, like it's a small thing to a giant. And you put that in perspective, you become the observer rather than the actor. And once you become the observer, you really become the director, because now you can move yourself the way you want to move without making a fool of your fucking self, because your emotions are dictating where you're trying to go. But that's just cultivate that growth mindset to where you look at setbacks as stepping stones, where you look at obstacles as opportunities. That's the key takeaway. Now, prioritizing mental and physical health. This is a big one for me. I was talking to one of my life coaching clients, actually 2 of them. And it was like kind of just like wow in the floor that they never heard this shit before. But I have a quote on my door frame in the red room. That's what I call it. 50 Shades of Wise. It says, where the mind goes, the body follows. That means what you think you are. So if your mind is weak, 9 times out of 10, your body weak. So as an entrepreneur, they see you before they hear you. Understand that. So if you have a piss poor physique, a piss poor self-image, that's an internal image. Your clients, your customers, your colleagues, your peers, your subordinates, they will smell that, they will see that, and you will lose some type of respect if you're not up to par. I think I said this in one of my last podcasts previously. I had a client who was over 240 pounds. She couldn't get a promotion because she did not look the part. But the moment she dropped 80 pounds to 100 pounds, guess what? She surpassed every expectation of her colleagues and herself, and started making damn near $140,000, $150,000 based off how she looked and how she felt. That goes to say something. Now, keep in mind, like, your body is your billboard. Like, it's what you represent. What do you represent? And if that doesn't do it for you, your body is the vehicle of excellence. Like, this is a visualization technique. Like, if you was a car, what would you be? How would it ride? What would it feel like? What would it sound like? Would you be dependable? Would it be sustainable? Would you be proud of it? Think about that. So now, next point, build a strong support system. When I say this is one of the most important things that I could, like the lessons that I learned in 2023, is to have a strong support system. No weak, backboned people. No self-entitled, no selfish, no egotistical, no me attitude people around you. Because they will fuck your shit up. I'm going to say that, like, again, they will fuck your shit up. Because a lot of people just think just because you know them, just because you guys are cool, just because you guys are friends, that you owe them something. You don't owe anybody anything but yourself and your clients. The people that's on your path, they will come to teach you a lesson, or they will be a blessing. And hopefully you can discern that immediately without them fucking your business up. So now the key points of that: surround yourself with mentors, people who are better than you, not people who are under you. Because that means you'll be the smartest person in the room, and that shit is fucking draining because you will be Mr. Do-It-All. You got to have people around you that are smarter than you. Like my guy Daniel, he's smarter than me. He don't got me in his fucking seat after 2 months. Every week, we recording. You need people like a Daniel to help you surpass your limits and your expectations, because the strong one do get tired. But having people like Daniel, like, it's refreshing to have somebody that's looking forward to growing and creating, because you're not going to want to do it every day. Jordan had Pippen, Rodman, Steve Kerr. Shaq had Kobe. Kobe had Shaq. Look at Allen Iverson. He was burnt the fuck out. Look at Carmelo Anthony. He was burnt the fuck out. So just make sure your team is strong. And make sure you have, let me see. Oh, this is one of the most important ones. Your friends are your friends. Keep them out your fucking business, unless it's a collaboration or like-mindedness. The people that become mentors and advisors, those becomes your friends at the end of the day. But the people that you grew up with, 9 out of 10, their vision does not align with yours. They just in it for the ride, for the thrills. Be very, very, very mindful of that. Because being around people less than you will cause jealousy, entitlement, and that could potentially ruin you or slow your business trajectory down. So just keep in mind, build a strong support system. Now, learn from setbacks. I always tell myself, if you can turn a loss to a lesson, you get a W. So if you got an L, you got an L. You make a W. That's a win. A loss turns into a lesson, you make a W. But if you just got a loss, you're a loser. But if you don't see the lesson, you will always, always, always fail. So make sure you turn your loss to a lesson. How can you do that? Now, this is one of the techniques I learned from my life coaching cert. And this is why I love Jay Shetty so much, because he's not telling me the answers. He's making me teach myself the answers. So there's a thing with problem-based focused questions that people ask themselves, and there's a thing with solution-based questions that people ask themselves. Me, I don't like the word healing. I like the word growing. Because when you heal, you're just telling people like how fucked up you are. Like you're just going back in time, sitting still. If you go to anybody healing in the hospital, the sedentary, they just sitting there healing. But if you're growing, you're moving around, you're growing, like it's a sign of life. So these are the difference between learning from setbacks. So problem-focused questions is like, okay, how long have I experienced this? Like, how long have I been fat? How fucked up is it? Oh, this is horrible. I'm going to die. I got diabetes. Da-da-da-da-da. How much does this bother me? It bothers me a lot because I'm insecure. What else could go wrong? Oh, my ankle swelling. I got this. I got that. I got high blood pressure. All those are problems, and all you can see is problems. So I want you to close your eyes real quick. Matter of fact, open them. I want you to just do a 360, scan the room. See everything that's red. Now pause. Now tell me everything that was blue. That's the thing of a problem-based solution. All you can see is what you see, what you're looking for. And if you're only looking for problems, that's all you're going to get. So this is how you switch it up. Ask yourself better questions. That means reflect better. So now solution-focused reflection looks like, if you experienced a similar problem in the past, how did you solve it the first time? So that goes back to past success stories. Like, okay, if I lost 10 pounds or if I made $10,000 once, I know I could do it again. What did I do? Oh, shit, I just focused a little bit. Oh, I reached out to so-and-so. I collaborated. Oh, I was a little bit more active on social media. Like, I was just sitting here talking to Daniel, like, how the fuck, like, how did my sales drop? What happened? That's solution-based questions. What can I do to make it better? Like, that's the way to go when you try to learn from setbacks. Now, adapt to the market change. I'm going to just throw this out there. Just Google Blockbuster versus Netflix. Google BlackBerry versus iPhone. Like, if you can Google those and just see the discrepancies of what Blockbuster and BlackBerry didn't do, they didn't adapt to today's market. BlackBerry still had the fucking buttons on the phone. Blockbuster still thought people was going to go into the store and buy videotapes. Nah, the world changed. We're getting lazier and lazier. So make sure you adapt to the market change. Effective time management. That's another key point. Now, I'm not telling you to be the early bird. You can win in the first 12 hours of the day or the last 12 hours of the day. However, if you're running a business, not if you're self-employed, but if you're running a business, you better learn how to become a morning person. The reason being because the stock market is up at 7 a.m. I think that's 8 a.m. on Cali time, 7 a.m. on New York time, and I want to say, 6 a.m. on Texas time? I don't know. But get your ass up because the money is up and running early in the morning. So now, what I've learned is to sprint, like, because at the end of the day, you have to prioritize your time and your tasks. So, like, just before this podcast, like I said, a time limit. How many minutes do I need to get through 2 to 3 episodes to outline and to get myself ready for this segment? So I said like a 45 minutes to an hour time limit to get as much done as fast as I could, and I just took a break. Hey, I'm ready. 10 minutes, took a little 10 minute. Okay, pause. Let me breathe. Let me take some sips of liquor. Let me get an energy drink. And now on task, I'm on cue. But if you don't set a time limit to get something done, you'll waste your time figuring out when to do it. So set a timer. Okay, I'm going to take 30 minutes out my day to read a book. I'm not going to read 1,000 pages. I'm going to just read for 30 minutes. I'm not going to try to be on IG for 2 hours. I'm going to just get on IG for 15 minutes, see what's up to date, set my post, schedule my post. That's a wrap. But just aimlessly and mindlessly just moving throughout the day, you aim at nothing, you hit nothing. And time waits for no man. And also, high impact activities. Focus on that. And at the end of the day, every business owner must be selling. If you're not selling, you're not going to solve any of your problems. Because at the end of the day, money solves money problems. And them bills are due, rent due on the first of every month. Now, financial prudence. You got to learn how to manage your money. There's a good little model. I'm trying my best to use it, but right now this shit tough. It's a 60-20-20 model. 60% goes towards your needs, 20% goes towards your want, 20% goes towards your savings. And if you keep that intact, like, you should not be missing out on anything. You can't have your fun, you can't have your finances together, you can't get everything you want in need based off your budget for self. If you want more, make more. Simple. Now, continuous learning. Information is like a bullet. Do not run out of ammo. You never know. You're never gonna know when you don't need it. So stay informed about trends. Look at the emerging technology. The AI is coming up. Chat GPT. You got all these AI systems coming up that can help you eliminate or consolidate a lot of your time. Like, I use Chat GPT to develop a lot of my outlines in my upcoming book and some of these outlines for my podcast, because I don't know everything, and it's simplified is easy, but yet you still got to do the work to do your homework and to add to it and take away from it. It's still a computer. And now, think about attending workshops. That going back to the first couple points. Be around mentors and peers and advisors. When you attend workshops, you're just around like-minded individuals, and you can collaborate. You can follow those guys and see what they're doing, or you can bounce ideas off those guys. I attended a FMS, Functional Movement Specialist workshop, and I met some crazy talented chiropractors and trainers and sports guys. And still to this day, I got guys commenting on my feed, "Hey, bro, nice to meet you. Love what you're doing, blah, 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 blah." But yet those are guys that I can lean on when I need to, if I go to Mississippi, if I go to Delaware, if I go to New York, if I go to Florida. That's building a community of like-minded individuals just by attending workshops. And also read relevant literature. I think there was I think Michael Boyle said this in one of his workshops. He said that there was a time where, I don't know if I said this in a previous podcast or not, I say a lot of stories over and over again. He said that a lot of people do sit-ups, like the traditional gym sit-ups where you're on your back, you coming up and down just like you did in gym when you was in the third grade. He said, why are we still doing that? He said, there's a story, I think it was World War II, where World War I or II, one of them, back when they had horses. No, I lied. World War II. He was saying that the Germans, what was that? Was that World War I? Daniel, you don't know? I'm not a history buff, but basically what he was saying, that the Germans was getting 3 to 4 shots off before we were. So that means for one shot that American shot, the enemy was shooting back 4 or 5 shots. And he said, what the fuck is wrong with us? Like, why is this happening? Dude came back, was like, oh, it's in the manual. He said, that's not a good enough excuse. Fix it. So the dude went back to the next war. He said, oh, they doing that because they had to reload because of the horses would jump and get scared. And that's why they had to wait to shoot the gun. He said, we don't have horses anymore, so fix the fucking issue. And that goes back to continuous learning. Stop doing the same shit over and over again. Read relevant information. Don't read the shit that the guy that taught you. See what else is out there now. See what developed. See what the top of the best of the best is reading. See what the best of the best is doing. Stay on top of the trend so you can give your customer as much value as possible, which is the next point. Focus on customer value. All your efforts should be with the customer in mind. That's how I win. I became a transformational breathwork person because a lot of people, will of life was all fucked up to where they couldn't see their physical health win because of their work life or their relationships or their money or their stress life. There was something going on outside of the gym, outside of eating food that was messing up the physicality of their self-image. So what I did was, okay, how can I fix this? Okay, let's get to the trauma. Let's get to the emotional aspect of the human body. This is the holistic lifestyle I was talking about previously on one of our past YouTube segments. Know their pain points. Know their pleasure points. Adapt your products and services to better understand your clients and serve your clients. Because satisfied customers are cool, but loyal customers makes you win at the end. Now, the last one, persistent pays off. You will hear no way more than you will yes. But that's okay. One yes will change your fucking life. Understand that. So no matter how hard the shit get, understand success is often a result of consistent of time. Do not let a no dictate your future. Just imagine, go back in time, how many girlfriends did you have that said no? How many chicks did you want to go without a date that said no? But you got that one yes and you married her. It's just stay married to the game. That's all it is. Don't take no for an answer. Don't take the shit personal. Just understand it's big business. Mine is the business suit. I'm going to see you guys at the top.